Attention realtors. Learn how working with a real estate investor can increase your income. Do you currently want more commissions? Now, do you want to work hassle-free? In this presentation, you're going to learn why working with a real estate investor can change your life forever. You're going to see our proven process, how you can earn easy referral fees, and how you can get 10 more listings in just a few months, and much, much more. So let's dive into this presentation now. Now, let's first talk about, what does a real estate investor really do? Well, me personally, I'm a real estate investor. We purchase houses with the intent to make a profit. That's our goal. We either rehab them, the show flip this house, buy them, fix them up, resell them. We either buy them, fix them, rent them, or we do what's called wholesaling. And we have several different exit strategies. We provide sellers in distress with a quick and easy solution to their problems. Now, our company, I personally own a couple different companies, but we are a real estate investment company that focuses on providing sellers who are in financial distress or have a property that is in physical distress. We find them a quick and easy solution to their problem. We offer sellers a fair offer on their property based on the current market value, amount of repairs needed, and a small margin of profit for us. Our main focus is wholesaling houses, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about in this presentation. We wholesale houses to other investors for profit. We provide sellers with a quick solution to their problems and provide buyers looking for a good, solid investment deal, a reliable source for them. It's a win-win-win for everyone involved. Now, here's kind of what partnering with a real estate investment company would look like. This is the partnership overview. Our company or another company, whoever you kind of partner with, provides a real estate agent with motivated seller leads. Now, these leads come in from our marketing efforts. We send out a couple thousand postcards each month, or letters, or whatnot. The calls come in to us, and then your job is to turn those leads into either houses that we personally buy, you representing us, or that we wholesale, or all the extra leads that we don't buy, you turn those into listings for yourself. Now, how does that sound so far? Now, here's our process. Now, we're very, very particular with our process. What we do is we pick a targeted area in a certain city. Now, we're currently doing the same process all across the country. Now, what we do is we pick this targeted area, and we do this by pulling cash sales from your MLS. We'll have you, the realtor, pull all the cash sales, and what we do is we have a nice little mapping software that maps them for us, sorts the cash sales, and that way we want to focus our efforts on the areas where we know that we are going to have the best success. We want to look for the areas where there are lots of cash sales. That means lots of people are buying. We know that when we do pick up a deal in those areas, we're going to be able to get it sold. And we want to also look at areas that are at a fair price point. We don't want to go into the ghetto areas, very low income areas, and we don't want to go into the high income areas. We want to stay in kind of the middle working class areas. What we do is we send out, once we do analyze the market, we send out about 1,000 to 2,000 postcards to those different areas, usually 2 or 3 up to 5 zip codes. So when we send out, say, 1,000 postcards to 2,000 postcards, we typically get a 3 to 5% response rate back on our marketing. Now, so if we send out 1,000 at 5%, that's 50 calls. 2,000, that's 100 phone calls. And what we do is we pre-screen the phone calls. They come into our call center. They get pre-screened, and then what we do is we simply forward you the leads for you to follow up with and book appointments with. Now, that is very important. All your goal really is to just book an appointment, go out, and evaluate the property. Now, here's our 2-step appointment approach. First step is you start with, once you do book that appointment, you start with presenting our offer. This is going to be a cash offer, and it's going to be, our offer is based on, we'll start with the after repair value. We times that by 70%, subtract repairs, minus closing costs and holding costs, minus our, if we're going to wholesale fee, and then you come up with our max offer price, and you can present our max offer price to them and see if that's something that they are willing to work with. You'll also have our company overview packet and benefits sheet where you can show them why working with a cash real estate investor is really easy. And some of the benefits are quick, no hassle sale, all cash, and we pay all their closing costs, and we pay the real estate commission. So you'll see in here how you're going to get paid by us and not by the seller. So you can really say, You're not going to have to come out of pocket anything. This is the net you're going to make, and it's not contingent on appraisal or amount of repairs needed. All it is contingent on, we'll have to do a little inspection and make sure the property is up to, or there's not any unexpected repairs that we haven't already factored in, is pretty much it. So that's the first step. Now the second step, if they say no to our offer, no, we want more than our max offer, then what your job as a realtor is to switch that to a listing appointment where you acquire a listing on the property. You have your own, whatever presentation, your own comps, show them that, hey, if you put it on the retail market, it is going to take longer to sell, but you can get a higher price. So you'll switch it to a listing appointment. You show them, what they can get if they sell retail, what they can expect. You'll also have to tell them, hey, because this property is in a distressed state, you might not get top retail value, or, if it's, you might be able to sell for a little higher to a cash investor, but they're going to want X. Just go through that listing with them and see if you can acquire a listing. Now, here's our kind of process continued. Once we have the house under contract, if you were able to get our offer accepted, we then determine our exit strategy. We do a variety of different exit strategies. We buy, fix, resell. My main business is rehabbing houses, but in some of these different markets across the country, we wholesale houses. Now, wholesaling is just an exit strategy, and we'll kind of explain more about wholesaling in a little bit. I know some realtors think wholesaling is a scam or whatnot, but I'll explain exactly why it's not. But here's kind of an overview, a couple different strategies. Your job will also be to, if you do put the property under contract for us, will be to take a bunch of pictures of the property. We want to see the property, see everything, see all the repairs needed. You're going to put a lockbox on the property, and if we're going to if we're going to wholesale the property, you're going to start showing to some of our potential buyers. Now, what can we expect? So if we receive around, let's say, 50 phone calls, we will most likely purchase or wholesale 1 to 2 houses. That's kind of on average that we're seeing in these different areas. So, but the great thing is, from those 50 phone calls, you could easily receive another 10 or so leads that could be amazing listing deals for you. Now, these are people that they want closer to retail. They still call them, they still want to sell, but these could be great deals for you. So as you can see, this could be a huge win for both the real estate investor and the realtor. Now, here's kind of our payment structure. Now, we can get in more depth in this, but if we purchase the property personally and say we're going to buy it, fix it up, and resell it, we'll pay you a 3% commission, just like any standard real estate transaction, you representing us as our buyer's agent. Now, if we wholesale the property to another investor, we will pay you 30% of our gross profit. Now, for example, here's an example of kind of a wholesaling deal. We put the property under contract for $50,000, and we assign our contract to another investor for $60,000. So we receive, right around $10,000 gross profit. There might be a little differential in there, but from that you'll receive 30% of that, or $3,000 from it. If we make $6,000 on the deal, say that's usually about the least we make is about $6,000. If we do that, you'll receive $1,800, and you really didn't have to do a ton of work. You just kind of helped coordinate some of the buyer showings, do some of the groundwork for us. If you want to list the property, say that they don't want our $50,000 offer, but they'll take $60,000. Your potential, a 3% commission would be right around $1,800. And with us buying or wholesaling, the good thing is you don't have to list it. And we'll usually get it closed in less than 30 days, as opposed to if you're sticking it on the retail side, it could take 4 or 5 months. So as you can see, there's a huge benefit with working with us. If we do, let's say, 2 wholesale deals, and we gross $10,000, if we do this each month, that could potentially be an extra $6,000 a month for you, or $72,000 a year in potential income. And that does not include listing potential. That is just from us buying. So as you can see, this is very, very powerful stuff, and the earning potential is really, really good. Now, here is kind of our listing payment structure. So if we are licensed in your state, I'm personally a licensed realtor in the state of Montana. Now, if I'm not licensed in your state, you can't officially pay me a referral fee. But if we're licensed and we send you these leads, we expect a 20% commission referral fee. So say you list the property for $100,000, you make a 3% commission. Our referral fee would be 20% or $600. Now, if you're working with a broker and you say have a 70-30 split, you make $2,100. We can do 20% of that $2,100, which would be $420. So that would be that. Now, if we're not licensed in your state and you list the property, we still want to take 20% or say $600. But what we do is instead of you paying us a referral fee, you pay for a marketing campaign that me and you partner on. So this will be a lot like the first marketing campaigns that we've done. But all you'll do is you'll log into our click to mail. This is our postcard mailing service, and you'll just pay for a new campaign that's already set up inside the shopping cart. Now, this is all legal. You can pay for marketing that me and you are going to partner on, and we'll go about it that way. That way, it's still a win-win for everybody. All of a sudden, then we have more deals coming in the pipeline, more money to get towards marketing, and it's a great structure. Now, just imagine if you only listed 10 houses that we refer to you this year. Let's say your average retail listing is around 150,000. This is below average in our area, but I'm just using it for an example. If the average is 200,000 in your area, it could be a lot more. So your potential commission at only 3% would be $4,500. And that's only if you only get one side of the commission. If you get both sides 6%, it could be a lot more. Now, 4,500 minus 20%, $900, netting you 3,600 times 10, which would be an extra 3,600 per year, just for 10 listings that we help you acquire. Now, how cool is that? As you know, with some of these listings, you really don't have to do a month. Now, if you're a rock star, which I know you are, I'm sure you can easily do double that or more. And it even gets better than that. But before we dive into other ways that we can make money together, let's talk about what we do. We are real estate investors. We focus on several exit strategies and have creative solutions for most problems. One of our main exit strategies is wholesaling. Now, what is wholesaling? Wholesaling is essentially putting a property under contract at a low price and immediately turning around and either assigning that contract or to another investor, or doing what's called a double close to another investor, where we purchase the property and then immediately turn around and sell it to another investor. This is kind of quick profit flipping. Now, I know what you're thinking. How is wholesaling illegal? Aren't you acting as a broker? Now, no, we are not. When a house is under contract, the person who has the contract on the property has what's called equitable interest. And I've talked to lawyers in my state and other states, and this is what they say. When a person has equitable interest, that gives that wholesaler, that investor, the right to legally market or resell his interest to anyone. Now, like I said, I've talked to our actual state, Montana State Board of Realtors, their lawyer. I've actually talked with them about this just to make sure that it was all legal, but this is what he told me. So this is what we're going off of. Now, is this acting like a broker if you put the property under contract and are marketing it? No, because of the equitable interest. To market a property, you must either have an equitable interest in the property, i.e. the purchase and sale agreement, you must own the property, or you must have a listing agreement on the property. And to have a listing agreement, you must be a licensed realtor. So those are the three ways that you can market and resell a property. Now, if you don't have one of those three things, you are acting as a broker and breaking the law. So if you see somebody that's they don't own the property, they don't have a contract on the property, but they're just marketing it, maybe there's some other wholesaler who does have a property that they have tied up, they're marketing, and somebody else tries to market it. Now that is actually breaking the law. So remember that. That's kind of the difference between those two things. Now here's bonus. More money for you. Because we're not only buying off-market property, but we're also buying listed property. And typically we want to be making about 10 offers a week on listed property. So we will be putting the offers together. And all you'll simply have to do is submit the offers for us. And then, take it from there. If we're going to wholesale it, show it to potential investor buyers. If we wholesale it, our offers will be based on that formula that we talked about and kind of based on what other investors are paying in the area based on cash sales. And you'll receive a commission from the seller just like a normal real estate deal. So check this out. So 10 offers a week. So say we make 40 offers in a month. Typically, this is probably going to get us about 1 to 2 deals. Average purchase price, depending on the area, I'm not sure. Let's say 50,000. At a 3% commission to you, that's an extra $1,500 for not really doing a ton of work. Plus, if we do wholesale it, you can get the back end profit of that 30% of our gross profit that we talked about. Cha-ching. So that's another, let's say, $2,000 from our wholesale fee. And that's a quick $3,500 for you. And really that $1,500 is just like a bonus. So how awesome is that? Now, the keys you need to do when talking to sellers. Remember to always gain these people's trust. Be very personable. We can talk with you about more ways you can start building rapport with these people. Answer their questions. We'll provide you with info about our business, kind of about an overview about everything that we do. That way you're in there. You're not going in blind. You know the right things to say. Your goal is to get a contract signed for us, get them to see how our offer can really benefit them. You're going to get a listing agreement if they do not accept our offer. Take pictures, put up the lockbox, and start showing to our buyers and generate buyer leads. Now, a lockbox, we'll have you just pick up a regular contractor's lockbox, which you can throw on there, put a code on, and that's really all you have to do. So, do you have any questions about our process? Feel free to email or to call us. Ask us your questions, and we'll be happy to answer them. We really look forward to working with you as our buyer's real estate agent in your area and making this year a great year for both of us. So feel free, email, call us, ask us your questions, and we'll be happy to answer them. That's all I have for you. I'll talk to you soon.